Hello everyone and welcome to the LEP Frequency Toolbox program. I am your host, Dr. Phenomena, and today's topic is negative attitudes and how to use the LEP Frequency Tool to ensure that your negative attitudes are transmuted into positive ones and that you can continue to increase your vibrational frequencies so that you can create the future that you want to face. If you had not purchased my book yet, Only Good Comes to Me, which outlines the LEP frequency tool and outlines the process and has all of the assessments that you need to identify your personal vibrational frequency, where you are vibrating on your emotional, spiritual, physical, sensory consciousness, please do so. It can be purchased at www.lepeducation.com. Again, that was www.lepeducation.com. Also, in order to use the frequency tool to your highest advantage, you must catch up, if you have not already done so, with all my previous segments. They describe in detail how you need to use the LEP frequency tool to work with energy to not only create the future that you want to face or to the life that you want to live, how to form ideas in your consciousness and bring them forth into your physical realities by using your emotional, physical, sensory, mental, and spiritual consciousness fields. Today's topic is very important because the LEP frequency tool addresses negative attitudes. People usually blame stress on external situations and that their negative attitudes are coming from the outer influences. Things like divorce. But that's not necessarily true. Stress doesn't really appear in your life from your environment or the events that happen to your lived experiences. Stress is generated by your negative attitude or by anyone's attitude. For example, something like a divorce could be tragic, or it could be a welcome relief, depending on what side of the fence you're sitting on. So it's not the event, it's your response to the event, not the reaction, which is of a much lower energy. A lower reaction is going to give you a negative attitude. A higher reaction really is a response to any situation, which lowers not only discords, but it can effectively eliminate them and raise your vibrational frequencies higher. So it is not your lived experiences that create your stress, and it really is your attitude and your reaction that activates the energy of that stress. Each moment that you live, you choose your attitude. And that choice determines the rest of your day, or really the rest of your life, in every aspect, in your relationships, in your work. It really defines your life. It defines your world. You see, our attitudes really stem from our positions in life about ourselves and about our world. It's about our opinions and how we process the information. A lot of it can come from your environment and your settings. Sometimes it's even culturally, what the cultural expectation is that people are swayed. So your position is really based on your prior experiences and the influences that that have affected you and influenced you in your life. And that affects your efforts, your motives, and really the whole context and content of your lived experiences. So how do you overcome negative attitudes? So let's say you were predisposed from, maybe negative cultural situations or maybe some negative experiences in your life that had happened to you. How do you overcome negative attitudes that sometimes have been ingrained in you for a long time? And really avoid being locked in the lower energies of that lack and survival. For those of you who are following me, you know all about the lack and survival stages. It is the lowest energy form. So, the negative attitude lives in that space. For those of you who have not caught my programs, again, I encourage you, and please watch them in this segment numerical form. I can be found at YouTube, Dr. Phenomena, or on podcast Podbean, also Dr. Phenomena. So please check out my YouTubes, like and subscribe, and do follow the segments, and buy the book. When you buy the book, you will have all of the tools that you need to not only create the future that you want to face, but be able to change all your negative attitudes and make them work for you into positive ones. You know, because research indicates that the first way, the key way that you're going to change your negative attitude really is through making a decision. A decision that, yes, today I am going to change my negative attitude. Today I'm going to transmute any negative energy and my attitude into positive energy. You need to have a sincere desire for change. It is the only thing that will allow you to seek higher energy attractors, higher energy vibrations. It is the law of physics. What you put out is what you attract. Positive equals positive. Negative brings forth negative. It's very easy. It's the law of physics, the law of vibration, and the law of attraction, and the law of polarity. It's not that difficult to understand. If you're in a negative situation, if you're with a negative attitude, you are going to bring more into your life of the same. So you need to change a negative attitude by first reaching a decision that, yes, I'm going to change my negative attitude and be aware of that I am making this change, and a sincere desire in your mind, in the images that you are planting in your minds, and in your thoughts and in your feelings. Because your thoughts, images, and feelings must be aligned, and they must all want that same decision for you to really get rid of all negative attitudes about everything and everyone and change that to a response perception. A sincere desire to change the attitude must form in your mind and must be followed by the image in your head and supported by that feeling that you will change and you will no longer be attracted to negative attitudes, that you are going to look at things from a higher, more positive perspectives. It has to happen. You have to remove yourself from that situation. For example, you don't get over pessimism by hanging out with cynics. You have to change who you hang out with. That means you have to change the thoughts that are in your mind. You know, if you have a negative attitude, thus you need to change those thoughts to a positive attitude of I can do it, great things are coming to me, and I am worthy of everything that is coming to me. Align those thoughts with the images of your mind and see yourself successful and and responding to every situation with a positive attitude, and you are going to see positive changes in your life. That positive energy is going to come right back to you. It will be innate. It will be automatic. Okay, it will be automatic to you. But you must make the adjustments. Okay, you must make the adjustments so that they can manifest themselves. Because once you plant the idea in your thoughts that you are now getting rid of all negative attitudes, you are changing your attitude completely, transmuting it to a positive attitude. Once you aligned your thoughts, images, and feelings, supportive feelings with that, the energy attractors will ensure that great things will come to you to help you stay positive, to help you start receiving things from a better, higher vibration, and the things that you will be receiving will be of a higher vibration. It will be much more better aligned for you. You will be happier because you are now drawing to yourself positive things, positive perceptions. You are remembering that things that are coming to you are only outer influences that must be managed, and you can manage them by simply identifying them as something that needs to be managed, and through a positive perception, through a positive attitude, you can now respond to them rather than react to them. So for a better lived experience, and have your desires manifest and have a better life experience, you need to change your attitude. Change your attitude. Be cognizant of your negative attitude and change it to a positive perception. You can do that, again, through identifying that, yes, I am going to do this, stay aware of that fact, and you will have all that is necessary once you align your thoughts, images, and feelings to change a negative attitude and raise yourself to a higher perception, to a higher vibration, so that your life will be filled with confidence and courage and happiness and joy. Because now you see yourself as a positive person bringing forth positive things to you. And the possibility of a life well lived. Just like that old saying, bring your mind, body, and feelings to the party, and consciously you will expose yourself to the higher energy. Once you realize that you're living in a negative attitude and that you can change it simply by being cognizant of it and make the decision to do it. Follow with thoughts, images, and feelings, and you have now turned your negative attitude into a positive one. The LEP Frequency Tool goes into great detail as to how you can do that at a great depth and much quicker than this segment can possibly offer you. So please, if you have not already bought the book, please do so. Only good comes to me, www.lepeducation.com. Please click like and subscribe and buy the book. Really, it gives you all of the tools that you need to have the future that you want to live. And not only that, but from a happier, positive attitude and positive perceptions. So I wish you well, and may only good come to you. Change that negative attitude to a positive. Make that decision. Follow through with your thoughts, images, and feelings today. Good luck to you. Take care.